Welcome back to the Sermon of Bacchus. About half of these videos are going to be social commentary, and the other half are going to be spiritual training. When we talk to a new person, or when we talk to any person, we're able to share discoveries that we've made in our lives. Now, this is a lot like if you were a space traveler. Imagine that you go in that direction into space, and I go in that direction into space from Earth. And we both go a billion light years away. You're going to see some things that are pretty amazing, confusing. You're going to make discoveries that I cannot make. Right? I'll never be able to imagine what you saw. I can't even try to figure out what you've discovered when you went that direction, what you experienced on the way, who, if you met anybody, what you saw. And the same thing for me. You won't know what I've seen. It's impossible. But by talking, by sharing our information, now we can know what's a billion light years in that direction. And what we do with our lives is we do this with our experience over time. You're on a certain path, you've had a certain family or not, you've had a certain amount of experiences with animals, men, women, ideas that you've been captured by, how you've changed your ideas, There's so many things that you've gone through that led you to each little idea, each little truth that you think you know, each discovery that you've made. And same for me. And even when we meet and we talk to each other, when we when we meet and we talk to each other, um, we're affecting each other's path. We're affecting the discoveries that we can make just because when you enlighten me to what you saw out there in space, that's going to change everything for me right away. Maybe, right? So try not to underestimate the importance of the discoveries that you know about, that you've made, because your experience and the direction that you went in space is specific to you and very unique. Now, we have different words for these ideas that are very similar: mafia, religion, corporation, government, family. These are, what are these? You have to zoom out like a bird. You have to be able to look from above, step out of the chaos and look from above. Religion is a well, in our structure now it's a non-profit corporation. It used to be just a way that people organized themselves in order to gain safety, in order to find community, to honor the sacred things that they, in their philosophy, that they hold sacred. Now it's a non-profit corporation. We have to designate that because the religion of capitalism has taken over a world of strangers, rightly so. There's very few ways to deal with strangers without it. But that has also led to unfairness in a huge, sort of accelerated, mass scale kind of a way. The mafia is a lot like a family, a lot like a religion, and also like a corporation, except their stated purpose is to not follow the law. A religion is a mafia that follows the law, right? An organization based around a similar philosophy. A corporation is supposed to follow the law, but they can often influence the law and change it so that what would have been breaking the law has become legal. All of these organizations, all of these religions, all of these mafias, they all will influence life. They're going to influence life around you, and they're going to influence the laws that you're forced to abide by, with the government being influenced so heavily by groups of people and by money. And the two go together. But in this era, you have individuals with more money than entire populations of countries. And so now, even just one person can buy themselves unbelievable influence and power, change laws, just pay off all the people who need money, who are in positions of power, and you don't need an organization. Your money becomes the organization. So when you think about religion, try not to limit it to just the religions that you've experienced in your life and the ideas that those religions have expressed. This is a religion. It's been written about by Plutarch, the ancient philosopher, Aristotle, all right, 300 BC, right? Even our method of time is influenced by the organizations of religions and the ideas that they've put out there. There is no, I mean, the scientific community, they're almost too noble with their rational pursuits, and maybe they're not influential enough compared to the amount of knowledge they have. And that's because they lack the organization. I welcome the scientists to the Church of Bacchus. This religion caters to the rational, and also for those who want to experience change in consciousness, the ecstatic dancing of the nightclubs, the ritualistic performance of the theater. It's rational to do these things. If Plato was into this, and if Nietzsche was so into this, and all these smarty pants people love these types of characters, but they reject the sacred things that these people took part in, then you're not as rational as you think. We can all join together, this group of people who have so much in common. I've spoken to thousands of these people. You wouldn't believe how similar we are. And obviously we can have a good time. That's built into the religion. We don't even have to try to do that. What I want to do is set up an entire system, just like all of these corporations, just like these governments, just like these religions. This is one more religion, all right? There's probably dozens of religions right now that are practiced. There's definitely 3 or 4 major ones. Bacchus is just an underground religion. You've got to see it. You've got to zoom out. You've got to understand what you're a part of. When you look at the game of life, when you look at reality, you can be aware of the game that you're in. You can be aware of the feelings that you have that are created by this body that you have. Understand that people affect you because you're built with these emotions which are based on hormones. We have all these words to talk about the discoveries we've made. Knowledge is cumulative, and so we're accumulating more and more based on all the people that we've studied from the past, and we continue to share that information with each other, and we cooperate and we fight, and all of these things are happening. So don't be too obsessed with the word religion or the word church, all right? Don't be obsessed with mafia and the crime family or the criminal corporations or the criminal governments. There's all kinds of people in all kinds of organizations. Let's not be intolerant of people just because of the words that they're associated with. I appreciate you listening to another sermon. I hope that you understand what I'm trying to do, and I hope that you join me if you share these ideas, these philosophies that I'm expressing, these discoveries that I'm sharing with you, so that we can have more strength together, more community, and a spiritual gathering place that I'm going to build, and that we can resurrect this ancient religion that we're all a part of, and that we've just not taken advantage because society has just gone in the direction that it's gone. But now it's going in this direction. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you at the next sermon.